Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to 19 OBS. And today I was getting ready to ship out my injectors when I realized that I gotta send my ship with it too. So I guess today I'm gonna show you how to install a TS ship, just because it's pretty much the same as taking it out. So anyways, let's get to that. Okay, so the first thing you want to do and the most important thing is you want to disconnect your battery terminals. I've got the negative battery terminal disconnected on each one of my batteries, and it's very important when you work with any electronic stuff, as the PCM or IDM or injectors or anything, that you disconnect your battery. If you don't, you might create a short somewhere in your PCM or somewhere else, and you might mess up your track a little bit further. And to me, chasing electrical problems doesn't really sound like fun. So like I said, really disconnect your batteries. It's nothing hard, just a nut on each battery. But yeah, anyways, after that, you're actually gonna work on the PCM. So I'm gonna show you where that's at. Okay, so there's two ways to take out the ship. One is inside the cab, and the other one is through the firewall. I'm gonna be going inside the cab, but I wanna show you what you gotta do if you wanna go through the firewall, which might be the easiest thing to do if you're just installing the ship for the first time, because it gives you a lot better access to the actual PCM, which is the computer to this thing. So now, if you look on your driver's fender, you've got that box. That's the I believe the IDM. That's for the injectors. So we don't mess with that one. So the one we're gonna be messing with is gonna be this one, the one that's closest to the fender. What you're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to take out your fender liner pretty much all the way to halfway through the wheel. You're gonna have to drop that down so you can actually take out the PCM. So once you have those that liner dropped, you're gonna have one nut on top, one at the bottom, and one in the middle. That's for your harness. You're gonna take that off, take the harness off, take the nut, pull that dust cover, and pull your PCM out. And after that, you're gonna, well, I'll show you. Okay, so if you want to access your PCM from the inside, what you gotta do is get behind your e-brake bracket. You actually gotta take it off. So we're gonna take off this panel and then take off the e-brake bracket so that we can get access to the PCM. Now that we have this out, I'm going to show you your PCM. So this is your PCM. As you can see, the previous owner that put the original chip on here put some tape on it, which is actually a good thing. You want to do that. It's not a bad thing. So you want to take off all that tape, because once you reinstall it, or if you install it for the first time, you want to put that tape on there. And this is your chip. And I believe it should just slide out. It's kind of hard to do this with only one hand, not gonna lie. Okay, since you guys really can't see anything much, I'm gonna take this out, and I'll show you what it looks like once it's okay. So we got it out, and that's basically what it looks like. And you're gonna have another plug. This is what actually connects to your switch. So you gotta pull this out. Anyways, once you pull this out, you send this out to whatever injector builder you got your injectors for, that does a reburn for your injectors for your chip for free. So now, if you're just installing one of these for the first time, and you're already to this step, doesn't matter if you took the actual PCM out or if you're under your dash like I am. The most important thing you're gonna do is you're gonna see all those that connection right there. That's where your okay. So see all those connections? That's where your chip actually connects to, and you want to make sure that they're clean, completely clean. So you're gonna take some Scotch-Brite pad and pretty much sand those down all the way down to bare metal. Both sides, you gotta do both sides of it. And once you got that clean, like I said, if you already have your chip, you're just gonna throw it on there and throw some tape over it and pretty much reassemble everything. Okay, so that's basically it. That's your chip. Like I said, the only other connection you gotta undo is this one, and it is a little bit hard. So what I did is I slid my knife in between that clip and the connector very carefully, not to snap this or cut yourself. And once I was kind of like, once I was in there in between the clip and the connector, I just slid my connector right out, and that was it. Okay, so we're ready. We can now ship our injectors and our chip. And hopefully in a few weeks, in a week, probably like I don't know how long it takes, but hopefully pretty soon we can get our injectors back so we can throw those in the truck. We'll have the ship reburnt so that the truck can run better than ever, and we can move on with this thing. Okay, so that was it. Like I said, really easy. We were done within 10-15 minutes. And hopefully in a week or two, we'll get them back. And by then we should be pretty far along on our fuel system and maybe have our H-pop installed. I really don't know. I have no idea how long it's going to take me to get the e-fuel installed. But hopefully it doesn't take me that long. Like I said, I'm pretty excited. This thing's coming along really good. I'm pretty excited that now we get to start throwing things back at it instead of just taking them out. That's pretty much going to be it for this video. Leave a like, comment, subscribe if you found this video helpful. Check out some of my other videos that I've got going on this truck. And again, leave a like and comment.